Biden, Trump, they all suck. It's all an illusion of choice. No matter who you pick, the state is going to be the state. This country's corporate interests are its corporate interests. That's where its interests lie, not us. So no matter who the fuck is in office, their interests are their interests. They're going to pay back the lobbyists. They're going to pay everyone that got them in there. And they're going to act in their favor while they're in there. So all this shit is reality TV to me.
America is not even a real country. It's actually Israel's bitch. All right?
Disclaimer. The following program delves into sensitive political, moral, and religious topics. The host's unique perspectives may challenge traditional viewpoints and provoke thoughtful conversations. That's the point, though. Viewer discretion is advised, as the content is intended for mature audiences who appreciate nuanced discussions on complex subjects. The content discussed here is for entertainment purposes only. Enjoy the show.
Yo. Here we are, and we got a breaking news, surprise, broadcast here. It's Tuke Studios here in Riverside, California. It's your boy, SeeJayy the Architect. You got your boy.
Hey, what up, man? It's your boy. They nuked me again on Instagram, man. They nuked me again on Instagram.
You're going to have to get a new Instagram tag.
We will put the handle down here, Toss Got Sauce. But hey, I'm talking about something, man.
You got the usual suspects here and a couple guests. Before we introduce them, you know what it is. It's the Fourth Wall Podcast Show. We back. Like I said, breaking news. Before we get into it, but just to let y'all know, we just got information today. Today is July 21st, I believe, 2024. Joe Biden, the current president, has dropped out of the current presidential 2024
Who saw that coming?
Race. I mean, we'll get into it. But just want to let y'all know, breaking news. So yeah, we got our guy here, Justice. How you doing, man?
Hey, man, good to be back in the city.
Yes, nice to see you.
It's an interesting time. They say no justice.
Hey,
they say no justice, no peace, and here I am. So I'm trying to maintain it, bro.
That's a bar.
People talking about buttons, red buttons, certain things going off. I'm like trying to be here to support my country.
He's the glue guy.
we see you got the pink band on supporting women. Kamala Harris.
Breast cancer? Oh,
Kamala Harris is a runner-up, it seems like.
She's definitely a
again,
cancer.
Some more breaking news. We're throwing you guys away. So yeah, we got a supporter right here. He's gonna give his opinions and thoughts on what he thinks about Kamala Harris. Go Kamala, go.
Hey, as one of the guys who got her elected,
You take full credit?
I don't take all the credit, but I was a part of the team. I was a Bronny James of that team, right?
Bronny James.
Right? I was a Bronny
We
James of
got
their
our
team.
other brother here, Peter. Man, last time we had you on, Drake was gasping for air as Kendrick was beating the crap out of him.
Yeah, it wasn't good for the boy. It wasn't good.
Hasn't dropped a good verse or a good song since.
Yeah,
So,
but I'm happy I'm here this time on better, happier circumstances. Not mourning a funeral. So like CJ said, it's Peter Paris. I would like to take this time to announce I'm formally putting my name in the race for the Democratic nomination.
might as well. I mean, I'd vote for you, honestly.
Yeah, I think
you running as a Democrat?
At this point,
slot's
it
open.
don't matter. Yeah, it's the slot's open.
open.
Just get in.
it's open.
Yeah, there's a spot.
I don't think you want that.
Just
I
get
mean,
in.
you're going to find out.
It does seem like a bit of a clusterfuck right now, not going to lie to you. But, we'll see how it turns out. It might be an interesting next 4 months. We'll see how it goes.
So, again, special episode tonight. We just wanted to, give some opinions. Again, this is pretty much the group chat right here that we got. One of the many group chats. I'm sure everyone has like multiple group chats. I'm not one to really partake in group chatting. I'm a little antisocial, but I do say this. This group chat is one that I do frequently take part in. So glad to have the guys with us. Before we get into the politics, the interesting stuff, check us out. Season 2 coming soon. Where we're gonna, dig deeper into the politics, the presidential race. We'll do more updates on that. Getting into the fall, where it's gonna be pretty much. I'm gonna have the popcorn ready. Hit me up, for all your popcorn needs. I got the hookup, but it's gonna be entertaining, to see what's gonna happen from here on out. But before we get into that, make sure to follow us on our Instagrams. We're gonna put his new one up since he got nuked again, but same one, SeeJayy _ the kid. And then follow the podcast also at Fourth Wall Show. But yeah, let's get into it. Before we get into the politics, like I said, you mentioned Bronny, man. It's summertime, summer league. We got to get into the sports. The guys are, over here. How are you guys feeling about Bronny James? The Lakers ended up drafting him, 55th pick.
Yeah.
I know we talked about this before. I'm the kind of person who I can see things coming, but I don't know. It's kind of a weakness of mine. It's like I give the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, nah, that can't be. So I'm looking at Bronny James like, this dude ain't ready. He's not ready. I'm like, the Lakers aren't going to do this, right? Right? They get J.J. Redick as a head coach. Okay, whatever. Regardless of who's coach, I'm sure it's going to end up however it's going to end up. And then they go and they draft Bronny James. I mean, besides the fact that, he's a 55th pick, right? Pick someone else. Let your son progress. Let him have a college career. He's in college for... It's different if he's coming not from college.
He's his own man. He elected to come.
But you're already in college.
So you're blaming LeBron?
Yes, of course, man.
Okay, all right.
Just wanted to make that clear. He's a LeBron hater. He's a LeBron. Come on, man. He's ruined the Laker legacy, like the dynasty, man.
I'm with him on this. I'm a LeBron hater
DeRozan, Klay Thompson.
No.
His dad played for the... You think Klay
LeBron
Thompson...
LeBron got a championship. Chill.
Come on.
And that's LeBron's fault, not the front office that has been failing.
Also,
where LeBron goes.
AD's team.
Where LeBron goes.
team.
AD ain't doing...
He ain't saying nothing.
AD ain't talking.
You can't get hurt like that.
He's just sitting down like, whatever you want, LeBron. Whatever you
want.
But
look, before you was...
It is what it is. They got one chip, right?
Hold on.
The Mickey Mouse ring, right?
What I tell y'all about basketball, man? What I tell y'all, man? Y'all think this shit still real? Huh? It's called entertainment.
Yeah,
right?
man.
Entertainment. JJ does a podcast with Bron. Now he the coach. What did I tell you guys before that? I bet you Bronny gonna
JJ,
get drafted.
Good luck. I'm a fan.
I
really love JJ as a commentator, man.
Okay.
I bet you Bronny gonna get drafted. Look, lo and behold.
I kind of feel like he's overrated in a lot of aspects.
There you have
aspects.
it. There you have it.
But
Who, Bronny?
No, JJ.
Nah, JJ. They just saying he's a
Bronny,
basketball genius.
I'm not. Look, I have no smoke with Bronny.
He's a smart
I like Bronny James. And first off, get the nepotism thing out the window. Who's the owner of the Lakers? Who owns the Lakers?
Jeannie Buss.
Jeannie Buss. Oh yeah. How did she get the team? Oh, from her dad.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
So let's get that.
Yeah, I'm not.
Let's get that out of the way. My thing with Bronny is, look, he may be serviceable in the NBA, he may be not, but look, nepotism is everywhere. Thanasis is in the league. There's nepotism, man. There's probably so much nepotism in the front office that we will just never know about, like managers, agents, like it's everywhere. It's just the players, unfortunately, their job is more publicized than like other people. So we get mad at Bronny James. If there's anyone who gets to use nepotism, it's LeBron James. The man's been playing for 20 years.
I don't mind
You want to see his feet? His feet probably look fucked up, bro. That's what you get for 20 years.
They're probably some cyborg feet. Yeah. But no, to be honest, after they drafted Bronny, I declared. Remember, I told y'all I was like, "Hey, LeBron is the greatest NBA player of all time," because you can't just do that. I mean, come on, man. You're playing with your son, man.
You could say he's the greatest NBA tool of all time.
However you want to put it, man. He's the greatest NBA
greatest player.
Token or face of all time.
Puppet. I like that word.
To be able to do that takes. I mean, come on, man. Like you can't.
Greatest NBA instrument of all time.
He's the most accomplished NBA player.
Drafted his son. Come on, man.
I will say that's a flex.
Be playing, really.
I will say that's a flex. That's never happened in the NBA. In baseball, it's happened one time. Ken Griffey.
Yeah.
The thing is just...
Who's also slept on. Can we just shout out Ken Griffey Jr., by the way?
Sure.
Yeah, he was a fucking beast in the 90s. People don't talk about it nearly enough. Like,
no, he has his respect.
Had 600 home runs and played like almost half his career injured. Like,
Ken Griffey?
He gets his respect. Funny enough, I was at a...
We don't talk about baseball. That's
the party last night. We mentioned Ken Griffey in baseball.
Oh, bet. Okay.
So, he gets his respect. But yeah, the thing is, I just feel sorry for Bronny. because it's like all that
Yeah.
that
Sorry for
pressure.
what, bro?
Yeah. It's just a lot.
Gosh, I mean, they're expecting
People-
a lot.
Yeah.
Don't be trash.
People
Again,
every day
Don't be
calling you
trash. He's
Bro,
trash though.
You elected. He could have stayed in college.
Trash though.
Yeah.
You could have stayed in college.
That's
His
what I'm
dad's
saying.
LeBron.
Just stay in college, bro. You
Don't
on
believe
You
it.
could
USC?
have. You're acting like LeBron.
Your dad's in
forced
LA.
it.
I'm playing the USC. I'm the king of the whole school. Like, hey, what you gonna say, Dean? Yeah, I just had a party last night, and no one's coming to class tonight. What
Nah.
you gonna say?
I think LeBron
Hey,
did
Dad,
the right
Dean's,
thing.
Dean's on my ass right now. Hey man, this is LeBron.
I'll take care of it.
See,
Bro,
nah,
when you average 4 points at USC, bro, like,
That's what I'm saying. What you talking about,
bro,
man?
Juju Watkins could have. She literally could have been on the men's team.
Bro,
outta here,
the
bro.
top
I
scorer
got 4
on the
points.
USC team went undrafted, and this
Come
dude got
on,
drafted
bro.
55th, man.
okay,
That shit-
good point. Good point. And I just want to point out, I think the fact that Bronny had a bad year his first year at USC is a good reason why he joined the NBA now. Let's say he balled out his first year, right? And he was like going to be a top lottery pick, right? Then he could do whatever he wants because he's got the talent. But because he was kind of ass, Bron was like, no, get in the league now while I'm still
Well, yeah,
playing.
while
because
I'm
if
still
my
here.
ass gets hurt and I'm not playing on the Lakers, no one's drafting your
Yeah,
ass.
while I'm
So
still
get in
here.
this league now. Take this 8.9 mil and shut the fuck up. Get out the house.
man.
Like go
He can
buy a
never
house.
say he can never say anything to do his dad.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Hey, man, I got
he
you in the league.
secured his son $8.9 million. That's a dad move,
damn.
right? there.
I just-
he
I
saw
imagine,
his
imagine
game.
they were Nigerian. That dad will never let that child go. He was like, "What's how you doing?" Help me out.
I can't blame a dad for getting his son the bag.
How do you think you got? How do you think you got this money? How do you think you got to where you are?
You think you have grown
It
your
was me.
wings?
It was me.
Eh?
This is my house. Whose house is this? Who do you think pays for this car that you drive? Galavantin. Nah, he would never live that down. It's over. So that's why I'm like, I feel sorry for Bronny because your life is now your dad's. Like, unless you go out and you, again, rest in peace to late great Bean, Mr. Bean, Kobe's dad, who passed away recently. But yeah, your son comes out, he's better than you. Oh yeah. Remember that he was saying they had him and his family had that beef or just family issues. If his dad was better than him, he would have came out and you my son, blah, blah. But because Kobe was so great, we gonna leave this behind closed doors. Now it's like LeBron's like, you can never say, So it's kind of like that thing. It's like unless Bronny comes out and he's like, okay, this guy's nice, then he'll start seeing the respect. But until then, it's like, damn, I kind of feel sorry for the kid. It's like you're behind that shadow because LeBron is so great. It's like you gotta because you already see people clowning him. Yeah. And as I get it. He's a young kid. It's like you kind of feel bad because like you hope what they say on oh, he's a strong kid. He's not thinking about it. Is that's all true.
When they had that thing about Jaylen Brown, and he was kind of like
This motherfucker ass.
basically,
yeah.
basically like
I feel bad for Jaylen Brown.
like
I feel bad for Jaylen
No,
Brown.
I can't read lips, so I don't know what he said.
Oh, the
But
lip.
he's with the 2 baddest girls from the WNBA, basically saying like, yeah, this kid ain't he ain't it. He ain't it. And I was like, bro,
Yo,
like,
you
he
put
said-
me around Angel Reese, I'm gonna say some wild shit too. I'll be at a Drake concert. You can't rap. I just say anything, bro. I'm not saying I can rap better than him. I'm better than him.
fair
He
enough.
said, he said that's, well, he didn't even say that's not what he said. He said that,
Yeah.
I think he's, he tried to play it. But yeah, it did look like that's what he said. So, they got again, social media, they on it. When they see that, they on it. But
Now
yeah,
I see
did
why
that
people do
clip.
this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand it now.
But yeah, he did, I did see that. But he's right. The thing about it though, he backed up and said, he didn't stand on business. He was like, that's not what we're saying, blah, blah, blah. We all saw it. People are thinking the same thing. So now I'm just kind of like, come on, Jaylen Brown. Yeah.
But like,
You
what
gonna
do you
be
want
that
him to
type of
do?
dude?
Like, what do you want him to do? Like, go on Twitter and be like, yeah, no, it's like I don't
said
want him
it.
to stand on
He
business.
said it.
But you want him to stand on business on that?
Y'all still
Stand on
think?
business.
Wait.
Why not?
But y'all still think
Bronny,
this shit
come
is
out and
real?
show me.
Y'all still think this shit is real? Let me say this. I'm gonna say it right now, so y'all don't get surprised. What if basketball entertainment? All right, they're building him as like, oh, he's got a slow start, redemption story. He starts heating up during the season. This is
quote
LeBron's
this.
last season with his
quote
son.
this. Yeah,
He
we'll
ends
quote
up
this.
winning the championship, goes out, and now they have justification to go on shows and be like, hey, Bron leap Jordan, Bron leap Kobe. Now they got that narrative. Now they got the number one tool, LeBron James, who take any bag to say whatever the hell you want him to say. He'll throw his own people under the bus to say whatever you need him to say, all right? Always reading these Malcolm X books and always on the first page. That Bron.
And always
you
on
know
the
what I'm saying?
first page.
So,
Yeah, fucked up.
I don't know. Y'all still think sports is real? Y'all still think this shit is real?
I think it is. They do play a hand in it to a certain extent.
Yeah,
The fact that the New York Knicks haven't had a number one pick since Patrick Ewing, you're going to tell me that's not come on, bro.
We're not going to go
But
there.
that's the part of sports that is
Regardless.
still. See how we have fans like that who were still
But
hopeful.
what are the odds of
That's
that
what
shit?
it is.
How bad we've been for so long. Thank you, Jalen Brunson, for saving my life.
Well, here's another story. Why the are we talking about summer league basketball?
Okay.
Again,
Because.
exactly. Why are we
Because.
talking about summer? Because Bronny. You know, I go onto NBA the app. Bronny's highlights. It's like this guy only had 4 points.
We don't
Because
even
it's money.
know the
He has
other
the number one
stars.
selling jersey
exactly,
in summer league.
Exactly.
We don't
That's
even know
all
the
it
other
is.
stars,
That's why I'm like,
bro.
I feel bad for the kid because it's like he's
I
out here
think
winning
so.
Call of Duty tournaments.
I think he knows the script, man. He just
feel
going out
bad
there and
for
just
him.
doing this shit, man.
It's like you have to understand, Bronny was born rich. There was never a moment
Yep.
where he was not rich. So being rich to him is not like fun in the way it would be fun for me and you. You're just used to it. You know, like when you're a kid and you want that video game for so long on Christmas, and then Christmas comes, and then a month later you're just back to how you were before because you just get used to the shit. That's just him his whole life. He doesn't get the same feeling. So when people like shit on him online, he probably feels the same way. Like he probably feels just as like fucked
And I
up as we
did
do.
call it. I was like, it's coming to a time where the era is going to be like, you're going to have athletes who are actual athletes, and then you're going to have those like social media athletes who are just athletes, but they're like more like the Kyle Kuzmas, you know, the Jordan, like just the highlights, just the name, you know, it's, hey, Bronny, prove me wrong.
Yeah, but
prove
you
me
know what?
wrong, but
We
you know,
can't-
he might be one of those guys.
We can't count out the fact that he did ball out his past 2 games. 13 points, 12 points.
Come on,
It's
bro.
summer.
It's summer league. 13 points for summer league is
What I want to
good.
see is Lakers, Celtics, Jaylen Brown. Bronny, where are you? Bronny, where? That's what I want to see from Jaylen Brown. Not he's a great kid. You know, he has a great opportunity. Man, you just won the finals, man.
Bro, they're
Talk like a finals MVP.
Hey.
He didn't. Team
Bro.
USA didn't let him play. You better, man.
I wonder
highest
how
paid-
them.
come on, man.
I wonder how them
y'all pay-
dinners gonna be. Where
Toss.
it's like Bronny got him Bron got him in the corner. He missed that shit. He's like, "Hey, dinner's for winners, bitch."
I'm surprised you're not in on this, but Jaylen Brown is one wrong typo and a tweet away from getting sniped on a team bus, bro. Because
What?
you're forgetting all the things. Jaylen Brown has to be on his best behavior right now because first off, he got snubbed off the U.S. team,
He's
and everyone's
upset.
wondering
He's
why.
mad.
How do you put Derek White over Jaylen Brown? Everyone knows that's atrocious.
weird.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
thing is, everyone forgets in the whole Kyrie drama with that whole tweet scenario, Jaylen Brown was also in that. And he also may have had some comments regarding China. I may be wrong. But you got to remember the
Nike dropped
NBA
him.
on the Olympics, FIBA, that shit's global.
Yeah.
Is Jaylen Brown necessarily the person? I know he's the finals MVP.
Look,
but is he
He
who
don't
you
like
wanna
those
put on
black
there?
dudes, man. Again,
No, I
he's one
respect
of those
Jaylen
pro-black.
Brown.
He's one of those pro-black.
Jaylen Brown is a
Kyrie,
smart
again,
black
one of
guy.
those- One of those players too. They were like, no, we don't want that. Hey, you
Jaylen
got-
Brown also knows the
that's how it
truth.
is.
When he won the championship, he said, "What did he say? All praise to the Most High."
Jaylen Brown's a
All
woke dude.
You
Jaylen Brown's
definitely pissed off a lot of the people that was hating on Kanye too when you say that. You
Oh,
know,
was he
that's-
talking about Allah?
He was. Yeah,
You
he
weren't
was-
talking about
he was
Allah.
part
You weren't
of,
talking about
he was
the
part
real-
of the Yeezy drop.
Oh, my bad. I ain't know.
Oh, you know what? I did like what he said when he signed the contract that made him before Tatum signed his extension, the contract that made him the highest paid player in the NBA. A reporter asked him like, "What are you going to do with the money or something like that?" And he was like, "I think it's really important to be philanthropic in marginalized communities of Black and Brown people."
Yeah.
And he just used that opportunity as a speaking point to talk about the oppression and things like that. That just go. It wasn't even about him, but you could tell he's on
He's
a different
woke
type
dude.
of timing.
Yeah, he's a woke dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, here's
he
the
was going to
thing.
go to NASA. That was like a draft. That was something people were holding against him in the draft. Like, does he
Yeah,
really care
yeah.
about the NBA? He got like NASA job offers, bro.
He's setting a good example. Now, the only thing I would say to that, how much of it is genuine and how much of it is just like image? Because I feel like if you're a real one, if you're going to do that, you're not really going to say that on an interview because it's like,
Which
now
one?
you got,
What he's gonna do with the money?
once you say, I'm trying to build Black Wall Street, you got targets on your back. You're a threat now.
But he's that type of dude. That's why I was surprised about the whole like, oh, he's just stand on business. You said he wasn't ready for the pros.
Yeah.
Just say that. You know, just stand on that.
I just feel like that is something that's so inconsequential
I think it was
in terms of like oppression and war and things like that. Whether you think Bronny James is a pro, that's something you can.
I think it's because LeBron's gonna be like, hey, what you say about my son?
He's at work, bro. He's at work.
That's what it is. And see, that's why I would respect him more as like, you know, the Dylan Brooks of the world. Yeah, I said that, bro.
Dylan Brooks wouldn't stand on business like that.
What do you mean he don't
stand on business?
He'll get stomped on. Dylan, he's a little guy, so it's like, I mean, he's going. But the fact that it's like the Patrick Beverleys, it's like,
Patrick Beverley's different. Patrick Beverley's different.
Patrick Beverley would stand
like,
on business.
Oh, that's LeBron. Oh, LeBron's his dad. Yeah, I didn't say that. I actually,
really? Hey.
It's like, you know, Homelander from The Boys. You know, shout out to The Boys, man. They, you know, they were able to predict the what we're gonna talk about later. But yeah, man, it's like, oh man, that's Homelander's son. I'm not gonna say he's gonna laser me. It's like, come on, bro. Like, it's LeBron James. Just stand on business. Like, go out in the game, and hopefully that you'll be the reason that he's fueled to be great.
I think the reason why he shouldn't is because it was something he thought would be said in private. If he knew Bronny James would hear it, he knows it might affect his game to a certain point, and he probably wants to see the kid succeed. He probably just doesn't think he has it. So that's why I'm probably cool with it. But you know, I'm a hot bot on that because
it's a young player, so that's why I'm kind of like,
he's 6'1". What do you think he's gonna do? Like, what we all know it.
Old head, then it's like, hey, don't. That coming from you, that's probably gonna affect him. But if it's like another younger dude, you just won the finals, it's like, talk your shit.
But it's like you're asking Jaylen Brown, yo, is the sky blue? Like, what the fuck you want him to say? He's 6'1".
He's dating what?
He's 6'1". What is he gonna do?
The baddest WNBA player.
They're gonna find every different way to hate on Jaylen Brown, bro, just because of what he stands on.
He has that. And with Stephen A. was already targeting him during the season. He was like, oh,
like with LeBron, bro.
This is how he is, you know.
LeBron should be getting clowned on even more, man. But bro, that one video that went viral with LeBron, he on that FaceTime like, ain't no party like a Diddy party. You know what I'm saying? He should be getting all the smoke. Yeah. He already do get it, but like,
no Diddy. But you know what? Bronny James technically did outscore LeBron the last game. LeBron had 12 points against Sudan. Bronny James had 13 points.
Come on, man.
So what are we talking about?
What are we talking about? Come on, man. That's your take, man.
one by 1 point.
So try that again.
I'm just saying, that may never happen again. That was history.
Do better, man.
But yeah, man, I mean, let's be hopeful, I guess. We're hoping that our fellow, you know, young black brother is a successful, you know, NBA player. He's not another bust. You know, another NBA legend bust like Tim Hardaway Jr.
Your pop's a sellout,
who did absolutely nothing for the Dallas Mavericks in the finals or the playoffs. Trash ass. That's why his ass is gone. But anyway,
they sent him to Detroit, bro. They hate him.
Yeah.
Sent him to the gulag, bro. Sent him to Detroit, dog.
Anyway.
You'd rather work at Macy's, bro.
Trash ass, man.
You better make friends with some rappers out there, man.
What the hell? Anyway. So, since we're on the topic of the NBA, we gonna quickly show our respects to the WNBA.
Oh, come on.
Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, we just gonna put in who we got for Rookie of the Year so far. They just had the WNBA All-Star game. Team USA.
People on this panel really acting like they watch WNBA games.
We watched.
It's hard for me to watch, but I do watch.
Yeah, it's hard to watch, but you have to watch a good game. It has to be a good game, you know?
How many points she scored the last game?
Who?
Anybody.
It was an All-Star game. That's why I'm like, are we talking about regular season game or
You want to bring up the topic right now like we watching the games? Like
Caitlin had 4 points.
Angel Reese was the one.
How long did it take you to Google that?
Wale had like
she was a star.
31 points.
She went off.
I think that was a record.
Yeah, it was crazy. She would look like Michael Jordan out there. I was like, what the
Michael
heck?
Jordan.
Come on, but the cool thing about that game was like WNBA versus the Olympic team.
The Olympic team, yeah.
WNBA crushed them. I was like, okay, this is interesting. But
what, in terms of ratings?
No, in terms of like the
like the games.
See how Peter immediately goes to ratings? See that? I know he a real one.
The U.S. Olympic team that's supposed to have all the best people lost to just some random.
It wasn't random, but it was like the All Stars. Pretty much
that leftover All-Stars.
Yeah, the leftover
All-Stars.
All-Stars.
Yeah, so.
Which again, and I mean, we all have our opinions, you know. I wouldn't say I like one over the other, but I do respect, you know, what Caitlin Clark has brought to the game. She recently broke the WNBA record for assists.
Oh,
Damn. So shout out to her. She's doing her thing.
What was it, 5?
Angel Reese also, breaking records. He said 5. Angel Reese also, double doubles. She broke the WNBA record for consecutive double doubles. So shout out to both of them.
People gonna
but
skip
yeah, like
over
I
this
said,
part
who
of
you guys got for Rookie of the Year so far?
I mean,
WNBA?
to be fair, both of them have 2 different styles of games, right? So
Yeah.
Angel Reese has a very old school style of
Yeah.
game, very like 90s style, where you're playing in the paint, a lot of 2-pointers. I think she doesn't even shoot 3-pointers really.
No.
Well, Caitlin Clark is a very new school style of game.
Yeah.
A lot of 3-pointers, a lot of assists. She does have a lot of turnovers, but I think the person who's helping their team win the most is probably Caitlin, because if she wasn't on that team, the team would just be just out of there. But Chicago Sky, like,
They actually have
enough people.
better. I feel like they have a better team.
Yeah.
Altogether.
Yeah.
But yeah, me personally, I would take Caitlin Clark as. I mean, if you're gonna follow the script of how it's supposed to go, Caitlin Clark should end up being Rookie of the Year.
WNBA good enough for a script, man.
They got to that point.
Come on, bro.
But yeah, I feel like Caitlin Clark should be Rookie as of right now. As of right now.
Yeah. It looks better on any way you want to slice it.
It just looks better that way.
It
yeah.
looks way better.
Unless Angel Reese comes out and does some crazy.
She has to do some crazy, yeah.
Like ends the season with like the rest just averaging a.
And honestly,
double or
this
something
year,
like that.
just her stats, and you just look at her stats, because WNBA stats are way different than NBA stats. Angel Reese is actually having a good year. If Caitlin Clark didn't exist,
yeah,
Angel Reese
exactly,
is having
yeah.
a good year.
Yeah.
But because Caitlin's here, I'm like, honestly, bro, sorry, but she's averaging more points than you.
You're shaking your head.
Getting more assists.
How you feel?
She has like one of the only triple doubles in WNBA. Like,
yeah.
we
As a
talking
rookie,
about?
yeah, as a rookie.
Bro, they better just give Caitlin Clark the Rookie of the Year before
Okay.
they burn down every single WNBA arena and find out where these women live and harass their family. Because if Caitlin Clark don't win, bro, it's gonna be chaos. You thought the Capitol
say
riot
that.
was something, bro?
If anything, I think that makes a good sequel. It's like, oh, she didn't win Rookie of the Year. What?
She got left off the Olympic team. They were ready to murder every single head coach in that league, bro. Because they were following the rules. But yeah, just give her the Rookie of the Year, bro. It's Angel Reese. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
We all know who the real Rookie of the Year is.
Toss, you
let's
don't
come
watch.
on.
Don't even ask me.
You don't watch, but I
Don't
mean,
even.
okay. So coming from that point of view, as someone who doesn't even watch that, who you seeing on the social media? Who has the better memes? Who's winning the social media race? Who got the
man,
better? Who got
I
the better?
think
Who got the better
Angel
behind?
Reese
if that's what you're
definitely
going by.
look like a woman, man, and she might be. I ain't gonna lie. I seen some memes. People kind of hate on her sometimes. Somebody said she looked like Sid from Ice Age a little bit, but
They still couldn't bag her though. That's
from
the whole
the
thing.
from the neck down, man. She out here doing her thing. But look, women's sports and stuff like that, do it recreationally. I think it's a great way to stay fit. That being aside from that, man, look, we got bigger things to focus on in this world, man. Sports is entertainment at
You're right.
most.
You're right. Yeah.
Women's sports is probably more authentic because I don't think they're going to be putting as much money into, scripting that too much. Unless Vegas, we betting on games like that. If you really want to bet on WNBA games,
It's getting
hey,
there.
get the scouting report, find out which shorty's on her period that night. And you probably going to make some really
I
good
don't
bread
think
that
that's
night, man.
accurate. I think by
proven.
this point they got pills for that, but
Proven
Thoughts
formula.
and opinions expressed. Sure.
Disclaimer.
Let's get to the juicy stuff, man.
But there you have it. It looks like Caitlin Clark is in the lead for a Rookie of the Year race.
For everybody keeping
But
track.
it's still early. It's still halfway done.
Still
But we encourage you
The fix is in.
to we encourage you to if you don't already to watch your first WNBA game.
Where they show the games at.
If you don't know where to show
ESPN
games at, go to ESPN.com and they got all the schedules there. You can check it out and you might fall in love with the sport. I'm on a Discord with these dudes. We just play tabletop games and randomly they're like, "Oh, do you see this Caitlin Clark game?" They never
Shut your ass up. Ain't nobody say that shit.
No, they do. They send me Caitlin Clark had a great game last night. Blah, blah, blah. They live in Michigan though. So they're on the south side, but yeah, they live in. So they're like, oh, do you see? I'm like, oh, y'all watch at WNBA?
Yeah,
I'm like, well, what you guys think about Angel Reese? No one responds.
Are these people?
But hey, whatever it is that you need to do to bring viewers, do it. So shout out to the WNBA.
And I would just like to say a true shout out to the WNBA and not just one player. If you are trying to make a league grow, a sport grow, it's best to address everyone within that community with the same level of respect. So I think that's the main message here.
They're showing favorites. But I mean, LeBron drafted his son. So I mean, they showing favorites there. They show favorites everywhere. If you the head honcho, if you bringing in the money at your job, you're gonna get some benefits that other people don't have. So we'll see where it goes.
We'll see if we still talking about WNBA in 5 years, man.
Hopefully not. I'm just joking. Anyway, we're going to get into the main topic, the main event. Like I said, breaking news, Joe Biden has dropped out of the 2024 presidential race. But we're going to take it from the top because originally we were coming tonight to talk about, like I said earlier, the boys. I don't know how they predicted assassination on someone running in office, on a federal agent or whatever the case may be. But that's what happened. Former President Donald Trump was at a rally and someone attempted to take his life. Missed, so I don't know, almost like it was supposed to miss. I don't know, but just got his ear, makes for a great, costume this year. You're going to see a lot of dudes with the little, ear, covering and the Donald Trump outfit. So it's going, great marketing, right? It's great.
Hell of an album cover.
Easily one of the most iconic pictures of the last 5 years. But I will say this, though. Do they know what gun the kid was using? Do they know?
I think there were reports. It was like an AR-15 or something. I'm probably wrong.
There was no AR-15.
I'm probably wrong, but I remember they did have the guns.
Shooting like that. It was probably AR.
They heard like multiple bullets. Like
it's an automatic weapon.
So
it looked like a sniper. And
I don't think it was a. Yeah,
like
I don't think it.
But if he, I'm just saying, like if he was firing a sniper, you have to be very precise to get it right. You can look in the scope, but if the wind, you didn't adjust for the wind.
I mean,
you can tell this guy was not. It wasn't a sniper. This guy was not. He wasn't trained or anything. He had no experience.
So Lee Harvey Oswald made it look easy.
It was either it was a miss or it was.
I'm just saying,
scripted.
Firing a sniper is not easy. Like most of the average person is gonna miss.
Like I said, former President Donald Trump was, his life was attempted to be taken. What was it, last week? Again, like I said, it's currently July 21st as we're filming this episode. But yeah, I remember you asked me, "Hey, what you think about what happened to Trump? He got shot at," and I was just like, "Man, I don't even want to talk about it right now." But I mean, we kind of had the same thoughts.
We already knew what was up, man. Look, it was the fist bump for me, man.
Yeah, that's what gave it away.
Right there, it was just like you done hit him with the felony charges. You done hit him with the all these other things that you're trying to do to defame him, and it's almost like a redemption story. This is the thing about politics. It's Masonic theater. All right, I can't take none of this shit seriously. You gonna tell me with all this Secret Service out here, this one open roof within 140 yards or whatever, quarterbacks could throw that far. You feel me? You tell me you ain't got enough vision to take that into account.
You talk about a businessman. You're thinking like, damn, how do I get a certain demographic to fuck with me? All right, let me drop these shoes, right? Okay, I'll drop the shoes. Let me beat the case like OJ. Okay, let me get shot at like 50 Cent. He didn't kill me, though. I'm still here. And then let me get up and put up the fists like this.
Right.
Come on, man. Black people gonna go voting this year, and they gonna be voting for the wrong person. I'm telling you right now.
2.5 seconds after it happened.
He's beating the woman like, get off me. Make sure you get me putting up the... It's like, damn.
They say a picture says 1,000 words, so he said a lot with that picture. That picture just says, like, I'm...
They can't stop me. They can't take... They try to throw me in jail. They couldn't. They try to take me out of office. I'm coming back.
If he really wanted to be a rapper, man, he got a lot of like real shit to rap about. But
this is
again,
crazy, man.
Just look at the way they're propping him up. You know, and then again they're propping him up, and they're breaking down. Well, Biden is doing a lot of self-inflicted damage to himself. Don't get me wrong, but you told me this before a long time ago. Just the way that American politics works, there's always a pendulum swing between parties. Yeah. And this is just another way for the people that are actually running Trump and actually running the government, okay, Kamala crew. These are the people that engineer these type of events for you to have public favor into these type of puppets, the front men for the real government that's running shit. So people are in public favor. They're going to go out, most likely vote for Trump. He's going to be the next president. But that's not the same Trump from, 6-7 years ago. I could guarantee you that. The swamp is not drained. That's the best way I could put it.
It's all crazy. This guy should be in prison, right?
I've never seen.
Not really.
He's a convicted felon.
Well,
he's
them felony charges was bogus anyways.
If this guy was black, come on, man.
But he's not.
Come, America, look at me in the face. If this guy was black, would he still be running for president? A convicted felon?
Well, America is racist. What's new?
Would he? Come on,
so
man.
What?
They'd be like, nah, he can't run, man. He'd be out of the race. They would have kicked him out, man. They wouldn't. Come on.
What you guys are talking about is not even the biggest thing. Like, the biggest thing to me was January 6th.
He incited January 6th, and y'all,
he didn't incite January 6th.
That's what I'm saying.
That was a big deal.
He actually
I don't want to hear
talked
nothing,
against
man.
it though.
I don't want to hear nothing. America, this whole whole 4 years that Biden's been in office. Oh, Trump is this. Oh, he's a felon. He's a murderer. He's a villain. And he's running for office, and he's about to win.
And to your point, he did overcome a lot of stuff.
He did.
That's why you got to give him his credit.
He
like what? Huh? What did he overcome?
Well, I'm just saying, like, a lot of it was self-inflicted, but he still had to overcome it. So when 2016, he's running against Hillary, he talks about this wall for Mexico. Offended a lot of people. He said that. Apparently, obviously, he overcame that.
But that's what got a lot of people on his side. That's what got people. I would say most of his audience. That's what gave him the persona of, oh, this guy will say anything. This guy's a cowboy.
Okay,
like this guy.
He got some people, but then you also talk about you think your daughter's attractive and that you would, obviously take a shot at her.
He's overcome the odds.
Then
he's overcome the odds.
He talked about black people. It's like, he made a couple of comments of black people. I'm not going to say them right now, but he overcame that. Made some comments about women. Overcame that. Obviously, he had this court jail situation.
The files.
Overcame that.
Bringing the stuff home stuff.
Getting indicted. Overcame that. Trial after trial. Yep. Overcame that. Tax evasion and fraud.
They love OJ. That. Rest in peace to OJ, man.
Yeah, rest in peace, OJ. Innocent.
Bro, they love OJ.
It's an innocent man.
Bro, Hillary Clinton had an email scandal. Couldn't overcome it. Joe Biden, Trump literally just roasted him.
He got COVID.
He roasted him and called him Sleepy Joe.
That's the funniest tweet. I'm sick.
He got COVID.
Sick as in like you want to like shower with your daughter sick? Or sick like...
What?
Hey, look it up. He showered with his daughter and his daughter wrote a letter about it and, he sniffs kids. So there's that.
Hey, that's breaking news. That's breaking news.
But I'm just saying, like, you saw him in the debate against Biden. Biden says a bunch of smart things, and Trump's like, I don't even know what this guy's saying. Anyways,
wait, whoa, back up. When did Biden say a smart thing?
I mean, he made a comment that was like, a nice political statement.
He said what he was supposed to say.
Yeah, he had a nice political statement.
Use your words better.
And then Trump's just like, I don't even know what this guy's saying. Anyways, what we need to be doing, I'm like, oh, he just roasted me now. So what I'm saying is, Trump is one of the only guys, usually one scandal is enough to take out Clinton. He couldn't overcome that Monica Lewinsky scandal. One scandal is usually enough to get you out of there. This guy brought scandals upon himself, overcame them.
How much of those scandals were organic, though? How much was it propped up by the media, however? This is the one thing I feel like all of us, we can't deny this. Trump being president in his reign was a huge wake-up call, revelation for all of us to realize how much information is dictated by the media and how false and fugazi the media is.
It was the first time that, they had to go.
That we realized, oh my God, we got imbeciles in media, in government.
Yes. No, but the last thing that he could overcome, the one topic, the one situation in American history that rattled our country to the core, the JFK assassination, that literally people just stopped working or just like, everyone's just sad. The whole country just depressed. This guy found a way to overcome that. Assassination attempt. Not only overcome it, but now he's like stronger than ever. And now everyone's like, clearly, this is the type of guy we need.
Came out during their convention. I'm like, what? This guy's black now? Putting up the black power? Like, what's going on now?
Bro,
Is this Wakanda forever?
I know we're talking about, who would replace Biden stepping down. At this point, I don't see anybody.
It's too late. It's too late.
Nobody gonna beat him.
The only person, and I told y'all, the only person who come out, Obama. He can't, because of the rules.
Nah.
Like I'm saying, if Democrats were really about it, they'd be like, you know what? We have to break the rules.
I don't think
we
so.
have to break the rules, guys, for us to get what we want.
They
right?
already been breaking the
Hey,
rules. What are you talking about?
Put
They
up
already
that
been
Obama
breaking
signal
the
in the
rules.
air.
It's like a
Obama,
Marvel
we
movie.
need you.
First of all, I feel like
Obama
enough
put on
black
that
people have
cake.
woken up to realize
No, no,
Obama
no.
ain't done shit for black people neither.
No.
All right?
If
I feel like a lot of
Obama
people...
was running, he'd win. It's
Yeah.
Really?
There's,
You
come
think
on,
that?
Come on.
Our culture still likes Obama.
Come on,
Let's
man.
bring out the data. Let's see what he's actually
he's a Kendrick
done.
Lamar. He's a Kendrick Lamar of the
Don't
presidential
do
game.
Kendrick like
Of
that.
the presidential game.
Do Kendrick like that, man. Come on.
funny.
Respect Kendrick
That's
name,
funny.
bro.
They'd be like, Obama, we need you. He'd be like, all right, I'm on my way. He'll be in there. Trump will be like, oh, shit.
Hey, you want to
Bad
stump
signal.
Obama? Ask him about it, man. Ask him about his support for Israel. All right, ask him about that. Let's see how much more people.
To be honest,
stick with him.
he's been good in during this whole Israel time. You haven't heard
he
nothing
kept
for
his
him,
mouth
for him
shut.
to get himself
Yeah.
in trouble. So that's the type of dude we need right now, man. But because Democrats are saying, we got to follow the rules. Oh, we can't have someone come into office.
Hey, Obama
after,
is a silent
8
assassin,
years.
man. He still murdered 1 million people in Iraq.
But they're afraid. Oh, if Trump gets into the office, he's going to become a dictator, and he's never going to. How? He's one man.
They will always demonize
Oh,
the
he's going to
person.
have the Supreme Court. He's going to be in. He's never going to get out of office.
Hey, man,
I mean,
apparently
You're
Trump
telling me
bulletproof.
this man has
I
all
mean,
that power? This human being? Is he a god?
To the establishment.
He's a convicted guy who
That's what
organized the Capitol riot, who's
So,
about to be president
No,
again.
I used to-
come on, Peter. Come
And
on, man.
and
I
a
don't think
couple months back, I used to be like, you know what? I would like to see Trump win again, just so he can get back at everyone who's talking shit on him, using this opportunity to be like, oh, ha ha ha. You look at Trump now.
Think about
he,
this
you know,
is
he's falling,
politics.
blah,
This
blah.
is the president. We're talking
now
about it
he's
like
about
Dragon
to-
Ball Z, man.
Exactly.
Like, don't
Now
you
he's
think that's a
about to be
problem?
president. Now I'm like, damn, I can't wait to see him destroy these dudes.
See, you like
But
chaos.
I'm also afraid, what if that overflows? What if he really is that villain? And he's just like, haha, now I got rid of him. Now let's get rid of the rest of these Americans. It's like, oh shit, I need to get out the country.
Yeah,
now.
like shouldn't your goal be like, hey, let's make this country fucking
Better.
better?
Yes.
Not let me fuck these
But at the
guys.
same time, I'm like
what's
y'all
going
so
on,
annoying.
bro?
Like, y'all let this happen. Like, I want you. You know, it's God's just looking like.
But sometimes you have to be, you have to have some type of wrath against the people. Think
That's what I'm
about
saying,
this.
yeah.
How long has this American empire been going, like been functioning with all this fuck shit going around in behind the scenes? And finally somebody that a lot of people won't like him with the rhetoric that he speaks with, but we're not gonna deny he didn't expose these motherfuckers running this game. We're not gonna deny that he brought light to the fact that these lobbies and these super PACs run like politics and Washington. Money makes the world go around, but where are you taking this money from? You feel me? He said he was gonna drain the swamp. He didn't drain the swamp. He didn't do that. He ultimately took, he took the APAC money, you know what I'm saying? But still brought attention to it. A lot of these America First people, a part of that movement, they feel betrayed right now because this isn't the same Trump. But what he symbolizes for the American spirit is a different thing. I wasn't a Trump, you know me, man. I wasn't a Trump fan at first. You know me, man. I wasn't fucking with this dude.
Yeah.
But then you experience what he did, the evidence of it, then you won't go through the Biden presidency. My pockets is real, it's a little light right now. You feel me? You see the X's and O's of it.
Don't bring that in this.
You see the X's and O's.
It is crazy. Again, it's just crazy to see us in this predicament.
The world views us as laughing stocks, right? Like
I'm
whenever
laughing too. We're
I look up
laughing.
these
They're
videos,
laughing.
Viewing us as a laughing stock, bro.
go to like any YouTube channel or independent news source that's like not based in the U.S. Sky News, BBC, Al Jazeera. Like everyone thinks
We're
we're fucking
clowns.
idiots, bro, and that's how we're
Yes.
acting. Fuck Biden, fuck Trump. They all suck, and to me,
Yeah.
it's all an illusion of choice. No matter who you pick, the state is going to be the state. This country's corporate interests are its corporate interests. That's where its interests lie, not us. So no matter who the fuck is in office, like their interests are their interests. They're going to pay back the lobbyists. They're going to pay back APAC. They're going to pay everyone that got them in there, and they're going to act in their favor while they're in there. So all this shit is fucking reality TV to me.
Facts.
It's all fucking
Facts.
fake.
America is not even a real country. It's actually Israel's bitch. All right. That's just the fact of the
Views
matter.
and opinions expressed on both.
These guys don't have to agree with it. I'm gonna tell you, America is Israel's bitch. It's not a real
It all comes
country.
down to, okay, who can we have in office that we can control? They tried Trump. They went with Trump, and they realized we can't
They
control
didn't,
this dude.
no. They did
we
not
didn't realize
go with Trump.
They didn't go with Trump.
Trump was a glitch in the matrix.
They eventually bought him.
He was, but they came to a point where it was like, okay, we'll try. But
They
realized
eventually
we couldn't.
bought him.
Yeah, but it was like we can't control.
Even
him.
this year, Trump was not supposed to be the guy this year. They had your boy DeSantis out of the. they had
DeSantis,
that
yeah,
other
I was
girl.
actually like, okay, DeSantis might
Is that
actually
the
be
cross-dresser guy?
No, he's Florida, right?
Florida,
Okay.
yeah, but
Nah,
Who was
he's
I
the
thinking of?
Dude, I mean, I liked him as a governor in
Yeah,
Florida,
he was doing. I liked him.
Oh,
still
just
interesting
fair warning. I know
laws.
nothing about politics.
he's still a
Laws.
Shabbos goy.
it's some interesting laws. But what I'm saying is like Trump was never their choice, and he kind of isn't. They're settling for Trump.
Yeah, they're settling. Yeah.
They'd rather him win and be in office.
Same
than
way they're
not.
settling.
How do you have
same way they
4
were settling
years
for
and you
Biden,
can't
though.
find anyone
That's
better?
what I'm saying.
Like, how?
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
they don't know how to
Both
roast.
Both sides. Like, how?
Both sides,
both
because they were
sides,
just
man.
settling with Biden. They didn't want Biden to go, but they were like, "This is the best shot." That's why. So we'll move on. Supposedly, Kamala Harris is supposed to be.
Oh,
next
George
up.
Soros was the cross-dressing guy I was thinking of. Sorry, I don't want to.
George
No,
Soros?
sorry about that.
The old Jewish guy?
You want to get this thing shut down? Huh?
Oh wait, no, not George Soros. Oh, God. Forget me. Keep
Santos.
going. I gotta find.
George
There we
Santos,
go.
yeah.
There we go. There we go.
Notice there's that trend in Washington as well. Notice that, huh?
Kamala Harris is supposedly supposed to be the next up for Biden.
That Indian lady?
But my
She's not
my
black.
thing,
I know
My
that.
thing is, it's too late. It's too late. That's why I'm like, you guys are settling for Biden. If y'all wanted to, y'all could have came out earlier. Have Kamala Harris be the. Yeah, you said she's not black. Well, be that
Only when it's
of
convenient.
color. Be that out there. Like, nah, I'm gonna that we like from these
Before.
strong black women.
We
Before,
ain't
yeah.
falling for this time.
But now it's too late. Oh, yeah,
way
let's
too
put her
late
out there.
now.
It's like, come on, man.
Once
We
Trump
ain't-
is at his zenith, he's at his peak.
he
of
just
his
got shot
powers
at. He
right
just
now.
got he's putting up. He's black first before.
Trump is literally.
Hey,
It's already
Trump
too
gave
late.
more money to HBCUs than any other president. I'll just put
That
that out
doesn't do
there as
anything.
well.
Look, I just want to say that I just want to get off the Kamala tip real quick.
Oh.
I just want to hear her in her West Indian accent one time. Her dad's Jamaican, her mom's Indian, like from like
Yeah, but she ain't cultured.
I know. I wish she was, but if she went into a debate with Trump and she just busted out
Ooh,
that,
yeah.
Donald, no, like just bust that shit out, he's done. But I don't think she has it in her,
I
unfortunately.
don't think she gonna.
It would be
sway
interesting to
even if
see-
she did do that, she ain't gonna sway people like that either. She's just so fugazi, man.
She's
But
fake.
this is the thing, man. We still talking about party politics. We're talking about Republicans and Democrats. It's a tribalism thing. They both the same the wings of the same bird, man. Well, this is my solution. Again, we're not trying to promote any type of riots or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? This is this is all comedy. All right. I just think the only solution at this point now, as American people with that American spirit, these people don't represent us that are in the government. We're going to have to do January 6th the right way, man. Unified as American people.
I think at this point it looks like
We do
Trump-
outnumber them.
We do outnumber them. That's what they fear. That's what they fear, man. 1776, again, we have the right to militia. It's my constitutional right. Again, it's comedy, man. Chill. But we have that right in order to, if we want this civilization to survive, one of the greatest empires to ever exist on earth, the American Empire. We're currently occupied. Our government is occupied by somebody in another, I don't even want to call it a real country because, this is also an occupied country. You know what I'm saying?
It's Yeah, it's not looking good. Like I said, I'm kind of just like,
Shit's gonna hit the fan,
really
man.
gonna,
World War III,
Trump
baby.
is really gonna be in office, and he's gonna get his revenge. You just know he's that type of dude.
Nah, it's not gonna be like he's gonna get his revenge. It's just more like how he's gonna move with. It's gonna be a different Trump. He's gonna be more tame. He's gonna have different shadowy people around him.
He's got experience now.
But
It's like you come back to the league after you lost the finals. You're a champion. You come back. Oh, let me repeat. You lose.
we're going to
Now
do
you're back,
well.
you're seasoned.
We're going to do
All
well
right.
economically. Foreign policy wise, it's gonna be a shit show more than likely.
We don't know.
We don't
You
know.
got some people who like him.
We don't know. But here's the thing.
What? Go ahead.
We don't know what's going to happen. You're alluding to potential, global war. I'm not going to lie. Like, in that spot, you do want a certain type of person to be leading. Kind of would rather have Trump than Biden leading that.
Absolutely.
In that spot. Just
More
because I know, like, Trump's just not gonna let these other countries just talk to us any old way.
Exactly.
He'd be like, hey, take that bass out of your voice, China, when you're talking to me. Like, what are you
So you want a president that's gonna be starting shit? Like, but
No.
just
Did he-
think about
At this
that.
time,
though.
Did he start
Like-
shit though? Did he
At
start
this-
shit though?
at this
No,
point,
no,
shit's
I'm
already
just
started.
saying. Well, okay, look. Let's say you have two homeboys, right? And you're going to a club, and you have one homeboy who's usually level-headed and pragmatic, right? And these niggas at the club got that thing on them, right? So you walking in the club, you spill a drink on some dude. Now, which friend do you want with you? Do you want the pragmatic homie who's gonna talk the situation down? Hey, yo, chill. Or do you want the hothead homie who's gonna be like, hey, yo, fuck y'all, fuck all y'all niggas and shit like that?
In that situation, I want the hothead homie. Why? Because you said we're in a club where niggas got that thing on them. We're already in a situation where shit's already gone. So I want the nigga who's gonna be like, all right, let's go. Like I want that nigga.
Do you remember-
this situation?
Wait.
Situation.
You got
Wait,
Russia,
do you remember-
you got Israel, you got all this shit going on.
Do you
I want
remember?
this guy
Yeah,
to-
because to
hey,
CJ's point, do you remember that one Key and Peele skit where it's like, or no, what's that one movie? It's like, hey, do we have a problem? And the guy has like a really big gun. He's like, well, do we have a problem? He has a bigger gun.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be a menace.
Don't be a menace.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my point. It's
Yeah.
like,
But-
do we got a problem? Like, I want that guy who has the biggest, like, yo.
I think you're
Pause.
missing the fundamental thing. It's about having someone with you who is going to start shit and get you shot versus someone who's going to talk the situation down to where the guns don't even come out in the first place.
Peter,
That's the difference.
let's keep it X's and O's. I see the analogy you're going for.
Yeah, you're making sense, but
How
it's
many-
situational.
How many wars was started when Trump was president?
I mean, that's what about
Did you
it.
not see this
That-
dude? Did you not see this dude shaking hands
that 4
with
year
Putin,
span?
shaking hands with Kim Jong-un? These people that are supposed to be enemies of America, and he's over here making peace with these people.
Okay. Well,
Come on, man.
Can I throw another question at you?
Go ahead.
When
Try
we
me.
went to war with Iraq,
Now,
was that something based on George Bush's presidency, or was it something from the origins of Clinton's presidency? It doesn't. Just because there was no war
was George
within
Bush,
you,
though.
just because there was no
wasn't
war
Bush's
within
fault,
your,
it was Dick
4 year
Cheney trying to
span
justify
They-
it.
doesn't
Yeah.
mean you can't be laying seeds or doing things that affect the future to the point where it does lead to war.
What
Like-
did Trump do that affected the future? Like, what did Trump do
It's-
during his presidency that affected us getting into a war with Ukraine, a war with I don't even know, the genocide in Palestine? Like,
I'm not blaming
Yeah,
Trump.
yeah.
What I'm saying is, I'll speak on that first. While we don't know. It's like the butterfly effect. It's still an open book. He's doing things right now that's dividing this country, our own politicians, to where other people may be doing something based on his
Yeah.
actions that get us into this. It's a very tricky web. But my thing is not like I think Trump is going to get us into war. I think the president, the figurehead, is kind of like a reflection of the people at that moment, right? And if us as a people, we want someone who's like, oh, he's not going to take no shit. Like, bro, this is politics. This isn't sports. You want a level head with that. You don't want that type of attitude when dealing with... Everyone has nuclear codes, bro. One country sends nukes to us, we have an automatic response to send nukes fucking everywhere, bro.
Would you
like,
say-
this isn't like
Okay.
play? Like,
well, let me tell you this. Would you say Biden was a level-headed guy?
I would say, look, I don't think he knew what was going
he
on.
just-
Would you
half
say
the time.
Obama was a level-headed guy? Which president was a level-headed guy? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, in comparison to Trump, yeah. I mean,
'Cause you
yeah.
think about
He
this.
was very pragmatic in comparison
Every
to Trump.
president, aside from Trump, What war were they not in? Aside from Trump and Jimmy Carter.
To his point, he's right. It's not this whole Trump Biden 8 years. Neither of them have contributed to a war outside of our country in a way.
Biden has contributed to a war.
They contributed to.
Biden literally started two
They
wars.
contributed to the troops that were sent
other
out
proxy
and bringing
wars.
back, but they haven't contributed to any like the Russia, the Ukraine stuff.
What are you talking
the Israel
about?
Stuff. I mean, in a sense of starting it or
He did start it.
how.
He egged it on. He said, "Oh, we have to give them
I
the
mean
weapons."
Directly. I mean directly.
You have to
The
understand,
same way- the same
America.
way we went into
America
with,
is the
George Bush and Iraq.
catalyzers for wars because they are the pimp. They are the pimp for the weapons. If America
you
is
that.
not giving weapons to Israel, there ain't no war
Sure,
in
but
there.
that's their alliance.
America ain't
That's
giving
their-
no money
that's part of
to
their alliance.
Ukraine.
That's part
There
of
ain't
the
no war in
contracts.
Ukraine.
That's part of the contract, though. I'm talking about directly.
That's not
from
part of
us.
the. See,
No one,
our
That's part of their
ideas, our
contracts.
ideas of foreign policy.
like you said
it ain't-
earlier, you said Israel and America they're in cahoots, right? So that's part of their contracts.
I'm not gonna take that though. That again, they are not a representation of the of us. They don't represent the people. The person that did
you're
the
right.
best job of representing the people of America, although he may come off as crass, was Donald Trump. Because America, we have that spirit. Fuck you. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Suck my dick. I'm going to do this.
That wasn't
It's
the
about
only-
me.
that
All
wasn't
right?
the only spirit,
America,
but
bitch.
it was part of
That's
it.
what it is about,
That's
man.
part of it.
I just don't think that speaks for everyone. I think it speaks for a segment of America, sure, but
The-
he definitely didn't represent
the origination
how I
of
feel.
that's what I'm
America.
saying. It was a big part of America.
Yeah, I
a
don't
hidden
want to
side of it.
disregard
Yeah.
them. You know, like they're American just as much as I'm American, but they're
But
not more American
It's
than
that
me.
rebellion spirit that makes America, right? That's
See,
that's
I
the thing.
just wish you keep the same energy when those stimulus checks were hitting, right?
I was.
Bro, when Biden,
Thank you, Donald Trump.
that was
For them
Biden.
stimmies, man.
That was
Thank
Biden.
you.
Well,
that was not Biden.
That was Biden.
What is you talking
Who was the
about,
president
man?
It
during
was
that
like, it was
time?
like half
Stimmies
and
were
half. It was
Stimmies
like
were Trump.
the stimmies started with Trump and it
Stimmies
ended
were
with
Trump.
Biden.
Biden was doing like the
And then Biden gave like an extra
school-
$100 or some shit in the mail.
like
Remember
letting
that?
off the loans and stuff like that.
Stimmies
Which at
was
first
Trump,
he
man.
didn't.
Get your shit to.
But it still wasn't even Trump or Biden. It's like the whole
That's what I'm
fucking
saying. It
process,
wasn't. Yeah,
you know?
this whole 8 years is
Listen,
just
Niggas acting
been-
like
nothing has
Donald
been a
Trump
change.
writing a
As-
check for everybody.
This is what I'm saying. As the president of this country, your first priority should be the people of this country. All right? We ain't sending no billions of dollars to Ukraine. We ain't sending no billions of dollars to Israel. We taking care of the people first. Donald Trump, thank you for them stimmies, man. They came in clutch, all right? I appreciated that. You turned me at that point. I was hating on you, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was hating on you. And then I was just like, hey, man,
So money was enough to.
Hey, but
if I believed in voting, you bought my vote.
but also there was
if I
no other,
believed in it.
technically there was no other president who's ever done that before.
Nope.
No, you're right. And again,
What other president
Trump
had
continues-
COVID-19? Like, what are
Yeah.
we
Exactly.
doing here?
Fair
No,
enough.
you're
What
right.
are we
What
doing
other
here?
president had COVID-19 and then he was
Whose fault
able
is
to.
that?
Exactly. Whose fault is that? Whose fault was
get
COVID-19?
go get the vaccine. Man, you still getting COVID. Like, what you mean?
Okay, I will say this. That's the one thing with Trump that I do criticize, that whole vaccine shit, making us trying to get that shit. You don't fuck
Again,
that.
he
I know
had
that wasn't
to.
you all
He
the way.
had to.
That wasn't you all the way. That was your team over there. You done
But again,
fucked up on
to my
that.
point, President Trump, you need to push this vaccine. Fauci and all those guys, you need to push a vaccine. Man, F this vaccine. Look, there was a role. They were like, all right, we'll settle with this guy, but he was too hard to control. Oh, it was the Chinese.
Perfect.
It's like, no, Trump, we didn't tell you to do that. Oh, but you guys
That's
told
what
me
I'm
to
saying.
push
He
the
was a
vaccine.
glitch in
But
the
it was
Matrix.
like, yeah, exactly.
But that's also why I think in 2016 when he won initially was because a lot of people were like, okay, you seem so random that we don't think you're bullshitting. Like, we don't really think that you're
Exactly.
like trying to lie.
Authenticity.
Yeah, we think you're being authentically yourself.
Exactly.
Where people, I remember them asking Midwestern women, like in their 40s, you know, older women, hey, like, why did you not vote for Hillary? Because technically you represent the demographic.
I'll be asking the same question.
And they're like,
why did you vote for Kamala?
The girl goes like this. She goes like this. I mean, I don't know. I just didn't really trust her. That's what she did. But Trump's like, well, at least I know what I'm going to get from him.
Exactly. See, this is the thing. I will take an overt racist over, a backstabby racist person. I will take a conservative racist guy over a liberal racist guy anytime. Because that liberal racist guy is going to fuck you over even worse. And they're going to try to pretend to be your friend and do some, like, real backdoor type shit. At least with the overt racist person, we could probably still be friends, He's still like a human being. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just has his beliefs. And most of these Trump, like, we had an idea about Trump supporters and shit like that. And I had my own ideas about it, all right? But this is just how, like, the media and our life experience, you know, we grew up in the city, you know, in California. Well, you from New York, man. Well, it's kind of same shit. We built different, you feel me? Well, you was born in the suburbs. We're from the city. But that being said, man, like, you know, you have an experience, like, you're taught something about, like, people of, like, those rural areas and shit like that. They're actually very down-to-earth type of people. They just try and live their life, and they're identifying with somebody that has a cater to their interests. And for the longest time with these governments, they have not been a reflection of their interests, which is a mass majority part of America.
But can I ask you one question?
Please.
When is anyone from those communities that's being forgot about now? When have they ever given a fuck about inner cities, housing projects? When have they catered to a politician that cares about those people's needs? You know what I'm saying? And they have been, yes, they're being forgotten about now, but historically throughout America, that is a segment of the population that this country was built for. You know, so now we're looking at it. Well, what about these people? You're forgetting about them. But what about the people that have always been forgotten? You know, and look, I'm not saying like those people don't deserve life, love, and liberty just like everyone else. But this is like a culture war. They're pitting us against each other. And it's just I don't think that their needs outweigh the needs of everyone else. And when you look at the popular vote that takes into account everyone, Trump loses every single time. You know, it's just
there's a theory
he's
behind
good at playing
that,
this
man.
game, getting the swing states, getting Florida,
That's what
getting
I'm saying.
Michigan.
If it's close,
it's like it's so obvious that most people in this country do not share that mindset. But if you play the game right, you can do it that way. You know, and there's a reason why most people live in California or New York versus like Wisconsin. And no disrespect to Wisconsin, but come on, like we all know, like just because
They got
like
the Packers.
Hey,
Like-
let them cook. Let them cook.
there's a reason why most people live on the coast. So like I'm not gonna say it. We all know what it is. I don't have to say it. You know,
like Kanye said, racism still, and I say this all the time, racism still alive. People, they just be concealing it. That's how you know.
But it's
If
not.
it's close,
it's not the
like
biggest
you said,
issue in our
popular
communities,
votes,
bro.
yeah, you can see most people, they ain't messing with the whole Trump rhetoric. But it's close enough that you can tell, like,
But dude,
you know, this is America.
Racism
This
is
is
not
still
the
America.
biggest look, and it's gonna sound fucked. Maybe
It's
to
not,
some people, it's
but
not the
again,
biggest
it's
issue,
a-
especially like in like, you know, inner city communities, black and brown communities. I don't think racism is the biggest issue. I think it's actually just like there's other issues that need to be addressed before we can actually even address like racism. The bigger issue of these people that are allocating the money that were supposed to serve the interests of these inner cities and black and brown people, that's the issue. And when you find out the root of those people that are allocating that, well, shit starts getting a little anti-Semitic.
I mean,
all right?
I get what you're going with it, but it is,
Yeah.
it's not all that, but it's,
Disclaimer.
the whole
But now-
thing was
now-
set up off of racism.
now here-
like,
yeah, you got to
here's-
make it comfortable. You
Yeah, I
gotta
mean,
make it,
racism
you
thing,
know?
like, okay, yeah, like racism has always existed. It will probably always exist.
It's healthy.
It's about making it comfortable,
I'm saying
making
it's,
some.
I would never say it's
It's
healthy.
It is.
but-
It's not healthy because you have that. You're living uncomfortable.
Look,
You have-
there's
you have
funny
black
racism
people-
and then there's like vitriolic racism.
You have black people who
okay?
go to Nigeria. When you go to Nigeria, right, or you go
Right.
to any part of Africa, you're black. You have this feel of like damn, like I ain't gotta tiptoe. No, you can go into a store. You're just like
yeah,
like you can just like
You feel, yeah.
you know, out here it's like you go to a store, you gotta be like,
When you're the majority, you
That's-
definitely
yeah.
feel a sense
But
of
bro,
like,
this
superiority.
is
How
the
you feel in
Western
Atlanta?
world though. This is like America, Britain, France. These are melting pot cities. So racism is always going to be a prerequisite when anytime you're having a melting pot like type of environment like that.
You know what?
It's a given.
But to co-
I'm gonna
to-
hit you with an agree on that. I believe a certain amount of racism is good, but it's only because we don't really use the term, and I think it's meant this way, but we don't use the term racism correctly. Like racism is any uninformed like bias that you have against like a
Right.
group of people, right? But whenever we think of racism, like when we grow up in the movies and in school, it's always the farmer, get these niggers off my lawn, meh, 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 and that's racism to you. Like they want to own slaves and shit like that. So in your head, it's like, I don't want to own slaves. I would never call a black person a nigger, so I'm not racist. Even though you can still vote for gerrymandering and vote for like all these other forms of racism that you don't think is racist, but it is. It's like I don't hate women, right? I don't hate women, but there's certain shit in my life that I've done that's misogynistic where I didn't know about it. And that doesn't mean I hate women, but I'm just ignorant to certain shit and I did misogynistic shit. And most Americans, we do racist shit, but I really don't think it's because you hate black people or hate brown people. That's what it is.
You have racist preferences.
So you're right. There is, but racism can be fun when it comes to terms like Dave Chappelle, like how he makes like
Americans understand
like the draft, the racial draft. It could be fun. It could be funny as long as it's not like vitriol. So I think you're
certain stereotypes, certain types of racism. Look, at the end of the day, we're human beings. We're naturally, it's pattern recognition, you know? Yeah. And sometimes like people in the media or whatever it might be, they're gonna blow it out of proportion, make it racism, or say whatever they gotta say to make you think a certain type of way, you know, to control your mindset and make you feel like, you know, demonize you and shit like that. But it's pattern recognition.
You can tell what's racism. You can tell what's not. When you see a TJ Maxx commercial and they have a black WNBA player, but then they have like a Skims commercial and it's some white WNBA player, you're like, okay, yeah, I can see what's going on.
Or whenever McDonald's would have the commercial and whenever it's a black family, they got the funk music playing and then it's the same guy, like, yeah.
I mean, look, certain things are just true. Look, we Indian. We cheap, man. My pops didn't even get a real graduation gown, man. He went to the Halloween store and got the fucking graduation costume. We squeeze every penny, man.
That's the thing. You can't speak for all Indian people. My best friend in middle school, Sonny Nad, they were balling. Like his dad and money, they were not cheap.
Indian Indians are different. They be balling. There's a caste system that come into this.
So there's racism within racism. There's racism.
We're not on here condoning racism at all.
We're not. This is my pattern recognition.
And sorry, real quick, I want to clear up that misogynistic thing, that misogynistic shit I did. I meant to mention it. When I said I don't hate women, it was when I was working at Hot Topic retail store.
Hey, come on,
Tracy, my manager, she wanted to do the cash drop, and I was like, yeah, go do the cash drop. And she was waiting on me, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta go with you because you're a girl, you know. Like there's like certain shit you do like that where you don't realize.
That ain't even like misogynistic. That's just like you didn't forgot.
I'm polite.
No, I'm saying I'm using that as an example to show how you can do something that could be considered misogynistic or racist.
You see this? They gotta stick it like this, where just like
you're right.
I did something wrong because I forgot.
No, but
not that. Maybe it was a bad example, but
that was a bad example.
That's a good example because recently I was with my son. We're getting shoes for him, right? He sees a pink one. He sees a blue one. I'm like, which one you want? He's like, oh, I like the pink one.
You don't fuck that.
And then I'm like, in my head, I'm like, nah, man, pink is for girls. And then I see like we're like at Kohl's, and one of the guys, he comes, you can tell he's gay, but I'm just like, oh, damn, I messed up. Like, he's going to be like, oh, that's not fair. And he's like, looking at me weird. I'm like, I didn't mean like that. I'm like, he's a boy. I'm just teaching him colors.
Oh, you said this out loud?
Yeah, I was like, no, that's for girls.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, he's a boy. Like, I'm trying to teach him. I'm like, don't look at me like that, man. Like, you know, like, come on, man. What you
tell me how to raise my kid?
Like, don't look at me like that. Like, man.
Was he picking out like Kyrie's or what?
They were Nikes. So I'm like, which color? He's like, oh, the pink one's the blue one. Like,
I mean,
he probably saw you wearing that.
Not
that
again.
Vegeta Batman shit.
Like, I have pink shoes, right? But I'm just like, we were learning colors. So I'm like, which one? You know, he's like, oh, and he picked up. I'm like, no, that was for girls. Like, get the blue one. And he's like, oh yeah. And
you
weren't looking at me like,
you weren't saying in a way of like trying to inform him. You were just trying to like influence him.
Yeah,
you were saying it in a way of
like blue is for boys, pink is for girls. You know, kind of doing which we all say when you're having your reveal. Blue is for boys, pink is for girls, right? So I'm just like, you know, and then because this guy's looking at me, I'm like, okay, yeah, I know what you're.
What the fuck wrong with him? He got kids?
Pattern recognition.
Come on, man.
I was in when you're out with your kid, I'm in a different.
But that's
person,
the thing. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
They force you to like
see
think
what society's doing. Like they're trying to dictate. Why does your culture trump mine? Huh? That's the real racism. That's the real classism.
You got to tiptoe. If we're in Nigeria, it's like someone looked at me like, yes, what are you picking a pink one for? You are a boy. Pick a blue one. He's like, I teach this boy. I'm like, yeah, you know, join in with him. Like, yeah, you know, it takes a village to raise a child. Oh,
exactly.
Like, now you got different people. Like, I don't know what he's learning at school. I don't know what he's learning at football practice. I don't know what, you know, it's like. So, yeah, man.
Homeschool your kids, man.
I think certain terms, though, have lost a lot of their meaning. Maybe what the term racism meant, like, 10, 15 years ago.
It's so diluted.
To me, I'm like, I don't even, I think when we say racism now, we're saying, like, classism, or we're saying culture.
Yeah, we're trying to categorize.
Or color. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's, like, other words that kind of denote what we're actually trying to say now.
Yeah.
Where racism is maybe too broad of a term to actually just say, oh, this is racist. It's like, when we say light skin, I'm not being racist, but I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro,
that would be a subtle...
Anything can be racist nowadays. Honestly, bro, it got to a point.
I mean,
it's like, if you're not a little bit racist or a little bit sexist, I don't really trust you.
If you don't get the jokes, if you don't get the context, then yeah.
But also,
you don't have to.
we're also millennials too, and so
yeah, it's a different time.
Our perspective and mindset and how we see the world is just different than a person
time,
who's grown up in more modern times.
Comedy is way different. What people are saying in raps, or they're
I'm just not a fan of cancel culture, man. It's just like they've destroyed so much that we find endearing, like our generation, man. I can't even say the F word no more. You feel me? Like that used to be like in a term of endearment and a term of competition. Now we can't even say it no more.
Now,
maybe
I guess
not to those guys. But.
To kind of sum up this conversation,
Go to England and smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, smoke a cigarette, a bundle of sticks. You know.
Yeah.
To kind of summarize this conversation, I'm curious. I mean, based on the whole premise of the show, like, what is the fourth wall of what's happening right now? Trump just survived assassination. And Biden just dropped out of the presidency. What is the script? What's going on from your guys' perspective?
Isn't that crazy? Someone tries to kill the other guy, and then the other guy drops out of the race
because he
failed.
failed.
This is so crazy.
You know what? So to your point, to get into this before we end this
Wrap it up
episode today. Before we get into that, shout out to the boys on Amazon Prime. Go watch it if you haven't already. Shout out to Garth Ennis, kind of predicting this whole. Trump taking over America type thing, it's kind of looks like Homelander, trying to take over America. It's kind of predicting, kind of like The Simpsons used to do it.
Programming.
There you have a predictive program, another topic we've talked
Say
about.
art imitates life.
On the show. But, what do you guys see going forward? You asked, what's going on behind the wall of this? What do you guys see going forward? What's your predictions? Who would you like to see, become president? What would you like to see happen next? Do you want to see Trump, get that belt and become president again?
I'm gonna let y'all go first, man.
Go, Peter.
The outcome I want is whichever outcome is best for the health of this country.
So Trump, okay.
I'm just gonna pass this off right now.
Damn. Well, Trump had one of the best marketing moments of all time. He flipped, whether it was fake or not, they flipped one of the most traumatic situations our country has ever seen, which was an assassination on the president, into such a triumphant moment.
It's crazy.
That it definitely galvanized America, and it definitely answered a lot of implied questions as to, like, are you fit enough to be president?
No.
Are you old? Are you young enough? He basically bulletproof. And so now
Like
everybody before was like, oh yeah, he's probably gonna win. Now it's like, oh yeah, he's definitely gonna win now.
That's what I've seen. That's
so
what I've seen. Like,
I don't think it matters what the Democrats do at this point. I think Trump will take over and he will win the office, and then all his lawsuits, all that stuff will just kind of be.
Yeah, he already had the Supreme Court drop some cases or some of the.
Yeah, so it's gonna be. The world is in such a traumatic, not traumatic, but more so in turmoil right now in terms of we have a war going on in Europe, a war going on in the Middle East. Potentially, China may invade Taiwan in the near future. How Trump being in office is gonna help. What's gonna happen amongst all that type of stuff is gonna be interesting to see. But I do see the Democrats getting out of there, Trump getting back in, and we'll see what happens from there. It's gonna be interesting.
Look, at the end of the day, man, I don't believe in voting. I think it doesn't matter who you cast your ballot for. If you want to waste your time, go wait in a line and put in a vote for somebody. Just know at the end of the day, you're just voting for Israel. That being said, I don't think we should ever put any type of faith or any type of we shouldn't put any faith in these mere mortal men. Because they're all beholden to the same. As long as America is beholden to the Federal Reserve and Israel, it's not a real country. If you put a bullet to my head and told me to vote, I'm going to vote for Trump. Because at least...
Okay, there we go.
At least, at least it's going to be a little bit easier on my pockets and shit. Going to buy me a little bit more time to, build some wealth, move the fuck out of this country. You know what I'm saying? But I love this country. That being said, it's the pendulum swing. You know, this man predicted it a long time ago. That's what's going to happen. But just keep in mind, this is not the same type of Trump. It's a compromised Trump.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm just kind of surprised about this whole situation. I'm interested to see Trump, go on his revenge tour. That's all I like to smoke. I got the popcorn ready. I want to see him go on his revenge tour. See what he's going to do. Do I believe he's going to be a tyrant and be a dictator? Nah, man, come on. People are really scared that he's going to not leave. They're like, oh, he's going to be a dictator. What?
Maybe because of the riot on the Capitol after last time?
I mean, I can...
There were CIA agents within that upstarted
now,
that
don't
shit.
get me wrong. I can see...
I'm just saying
that case happen. Yeah, it's something that can happen.
You can see why they would be scared of that.
I hope it does happen. I hope that does happen.
Like how? Like you guys are...
They just passed the... we're wrapping up, sorry. But the immunity bill. Just look up the presidential immunity law that got passed.
Is that surprising, though?
But I'm just saying that's how.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the answer to your how.
Are they setting themselves up for it? Like... Are they trying to get themselves into a position?
Doesn't it seem that way? I'm just... Okay, maybe that's another podcast.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But
it just proves my point, man. It's going to get to a point.
I'm glad I'm at the age where, first off, I wasn't born into this whole... like you said, we're millennials. We're out of this. But, yeah, I'm going to be out the country, man. Once I see it going the wrong way, right before they're like, all right, you can't leave the country. I'm going to be out of here. You ain't going to hear from me. Even if I am in the country, I'm going to be out the country, if you get what I'm saying. But... yeah, man, it's interesting times coming up.
Yep.
Interesting times, man.
It's just going to hit the fan, man.
But Nancy Pelosi...
come on.
I hope... I wish you were still, Speaker of the House because it would have been you. But come back. You got my vote. That's the only person. Man. That's the only Democrat who got my vote.
Crawl in the hole, bitch. Tired of your bitch.
He doesn't mean that, man. On my behalf.
I mean that big time.
Hey, be respectful.
You buying titties with my tax money, bitch?
Hey,
Fuck
man,
the views and opinions
I got you, baby.
expressed.
I got you. But anyway.
She have fake boobs?
Yeah, man. Start tax money in them titties, bro.
She's so old.
Allegedly.
Why does she have fake boobs?
Send my tax money to Ukraine and titties.
What you mean?
That's
you
like
look
putting...
good at any age.
It's like putting new tires on a 57 Chevy.
Hey, man, it looked good. It looked good, okay? Anyway, before we go, man, again, follow the Fourth Wall Show on Instagram. What you guys up to, man? It's the summertime, before the world goes to shit in November. What you guys up to this summer? Just as me and you been talking golf. What's going on, man?
Yeah, man. We're at that age. We're playing the new game. Not the new game, but the old game. Embracing it. Picking up the stick, and playing some golf. So it's
pull up with the stick.
I'm just saying, dude. Like it's a fun game.
It is, yeah.
If you haven't played, if you're a fan, get out there. Get on the course. You're out there in nature. You're with your boys. They serve drinks on the course. I mean, what else do you want, bro?
You be talking like a commercial, bro. Best marketer in the LA metropolitan area right here, man.
Facts.
Peter, what you up to, man? What you got going on?
I'm just living life.
You ever start their podcast?
I'm starting it. So you saw the setup. Oh wait, you didn't see the setup.
No. Did you finish the setup?
I finished. The setup is finished.
You finished on July 1st or no?
Prior to July 1st, the 27th, I believe. I think I texted you. Check your phone. But yes, podcast is coming soon. I'm trying to, take it one day at a time, soak in all this craziness that's going on, and just try to make it another day before they drop these nukes. But just living. Also, everyone, go listen to Lupe Fiasco's new album.
Ooh, yeah.
What are we doing?
Slept on.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Samurai.
That's true, yeah.
It's all right.
It was cool.
Right.
Slept on.
See, this is why
Right.
you're the ultimate capitalist, bro.
All right.
You would say like
was
her
okay.
loss.
He
by
be
Drake
fucking
and
with
21
Logic, but not
Savage is
Lupe.
yeah, facts.
No,
That-
Justice likes Lupe.
I do like
Just
Lupe,
about-
yeah. But
You
I'm
calling this mid, but you be listening
I'm
to.
objective. I'm objective.
It's all good, man.
Did he have any hits?
Yeah, #1 headband, Samurai.
What does hits have to do with anything?
I'm just saying.
No, that Justice is at that point where it's all
Hits
about,
are-
it's about hits at this point.
Bro, hits are the only
He's
thing
not
I'm back
underground
for.
anymore.
It's all
Okay,
good.
so then Justin Bieber's better than
I can
Jimi
understand
Hendrix.
where Justice coming from, man.
Justin Bieber's a better artist
That's a
than Jimi
different
Hendrix.
conversation.
then.
That's
If we're
much
gonna
more
talk
nuanced.
about
Toss, what you got?
exactly, it's much more nuanced.
Toss,
than
what you got
that.
going on, man? Summertime, man.
Listen, man, summertime coming up. It's prep time, My fat ass got to get in shape. Aside from that, man, we're
You
trying
are
to
a
hit
little
the.
bigger.
I am, man. It's really
I thought
bad.
your shirt was just small. I was like,
Nah,
Maybe he just
I pushed my shit up to like medium, almost large.
talk to Peter. He work at the
Low key, I be talking about that, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to hit you. Hey,
Yeah.
best personal trainer, the plug for personal trainers right here, man. LA Fitness in LA. Holla at your boy.
My government. Yeah, it's a place. I heard about that place. I heard about that place.
But you know,
Allegedly.
this summer, man, you know, we gonna try to cook up some more content. You know, might do a Fourth Wall album. You feel me?
Yeah, man. Shout out to the boy Eli. He's over.
Hey, well, quick question for you. You can go to any country you want. Which country are you going to if you had to leave?
Ooh, man, that's a good
Yeah.
question.
Real quick. Like I was saying, shout out to Eli. You know, we working on the Fourth Wall album. You know, might be coming soon. Might have a single coming in a couple weeks. But yeah, to finish it off, in the comments, you know, just a good question. You know, if you could lead the country, you know, during this time of we don't know what's gonna happen, where are you going? Where are you going?
You go to Bangladesh? Yes or no?
Probably, yeah. Bangladesh, Brazil,
Yeah, Brazil's on
You
my
go to
list.
motherfucking
Colombia.
Bangladesh, bro.
Brazil's on my list.
Goa.
Like to actually settle for sure. Like I said, I'm going to Nigeria first. You know,
I'm not going to
realize-
no-
I mean, where are you gonna go first?
First?
Got to go back to the homeland
Like
to bread up.
immediately,
Definitely
you
not
have
going to
yeah, you
Nigeria
have to
first.
go
You
to
got to
your
go back to the
homeland.
homeland
Shout
to
out
bread
Nigeria.
up.
If any Nigerians happen to see this,
They're
gotta
gonna take care of you. Like, hey, my
But
country's under payroll.
I'm going to
I get this.
Guyana. Y'all got to go to the
Nigeria's
West.
not first on my list.
Y'all got to go
Where
to
you going
Guyana.
Huh?
Where you going then?
Oh, I mean, shoot. Maybe like Colombia or somewhere
Okay,
south
if you got it
man.
like that.
Hey,
if you got it
it's
like
my
that.
son right
American,
here.
bro. What-
Bro, you got to go more low key. Go South American, but go Guyana. We're West Indian and South
Hey,
American.
that is true.
Yeah,
No
That's
one's
facts.
thinking about
somewhere.
Guyana.
That's facts.
Yeah.
And we've been
Guyana.
the highest growing
Guyana got
GDP
some
for the past 5 years.
Baddies out there. Guyana got some
I don't know
bad
nothing
Indian
about
girls
Guyana.
out there too.
Bro.
Maybe
man.
if I go with you,
Cheap
maybe
land.
Yeah,
I
it
need you to
depends.
show
Yeah,
me.
if we can schedule
Show me
something
the world
we
like
got
Aladdin,
somebody
then I can-
Yeah. Like if
It's
you're going to
so
Bangladesh, I'll
low-key.
probably go to Bangladesh.
Shit, I'm down to go to
going to
Bangladesh now, man.
Bangladesh.
I'll be missing out.
Just
Shit.
to settle for a little
Yeah.
bit. and
Wait,
then
no,
be
I
like,
heard
okay.
Bangladesh is popping right now.
Yo, they
Didn't
got
you like,
5-star
right? I'm not going
They
to
got
Bangladesh
5-star
right now.
hotels and
Shout out to
shit.
the Bangladesh baddies.
Shout out,
Hit me
hey,
for
shout
the
out
addies.
Bangladesh, Dhaka. You know what we talking about, man? We coming out the sewers, baby. You feel me?
But yeah, keep in the
People are like, oh, I believe America. Where are you going exactly?
Yeah.
You
You
don't
gotta
even.
have a plan.
Most of you guys don't even travel.
That's what, no, most of y'all don't have no background or roots outside of America. That's what it is. Y'all
for
just,
y'all.
oh, I'm from America.
That's
Where
what
you gonna
guys
go?
talking about?
They season my food where I'm from.
So leave in the comments where you gonna go. You know, when the bombs start dropping, you're like, oh, it's the end of the world. Who you gonna call? Where you know where? out the
Bomb drop.
country.
It's
So,
over, bro. There's nowhere you can go. It's over. You ain't got-
Maldives?
Okay, when they tell you there's no votes, it's ain't Fallout, but where you gonna go out to the country? Let us know in the comments at YouTube and hit us up on Fourth Wall Show on Instagram. Thank you guys for coming on, man. It was we had to talk about some
Yeah, man.
you know
That was
important
interesting.
topics, man. But we'll be back soon again. Fourth Wall Podcast Show. Come back with another season during when the election's staying really hot. You know, when we'll actually have the actual Democratic runner if it's not Kamala, but we'll see what's gonna happen next.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for watching with us. Thank you for keeping this a safe space to discuss. And again, don't be offended. You know, it's just conversation.
Yeah.
You know, we're just trying to open the door for
It's just
different
comedy.
opinions.
It's
Just comedy.
It ain't comedy. This is real shit, man.
It's real shit,
This
but-
is important shit, man.
Yeah,
This
don't
ain't
be a
comedy.
bitch, man. Just words.
But till next time, you know, we love you. Well, they love who they love, you know.
I love everybody. Just don't be
I'm
a
like
bitch.
Kanye. I have like for a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm like Kanye. Yeah, you go.
I have like for a lot of people.
I'm on that Kanye 2022 energy, man. October
next time,
2022 Kanye
Good
energy.
morning, good afternoon, good night. Peace.
Free Palestine. Shout out Hamas. Keep fighting, boys.